The movie opens in the depths of the ocean at a research and drilling facility run by TN Industries. The story centers around Nora, a skilled mechanical engineer who's starting her day when an unexpected turn of events shatters the calm. She exits to investigate, only to be greeted by powerful waves bursting through the facility's walls, a clear indication of a catastrophic pressure breach. In a race against time, Nora dashes through the hallways, attempting to alert her fellow crew members. Only Rodrigo hears her warning, and together they make a desperate dash to the bulkhead. Their plan is straightforward yet dangerous: seal the bulkhead doors to prevent further destruction of the station. However, they face a critical challenge as the control system malfunctions. Under extreme pressure and with time running out, Nora displays her engineering prowess by manually initiating the door mechanism. As they prepare to seal the doors, Nora's quick decision-making is tested once more. Two other crew members are seen sprinting down the hallway, but time and distance are against them. Faced with an agonizing decision, Nora seals the doors, tragically leaving the men behind to ensure the survival of the rest. This moment of crisis takes a further toll when the computer they rely on explodes, briefly knocking Nora and Rodrigo unconscious. Upon regaining consciousness, they're greeted by an emergency broadcast announcing that 70% of the station has been compromised. While Rodrigo suspects an earthquake, mysterious and unsettling sounds from the outside suggest otherwise. Attempts to call for help are unsuccessful, prompting Nora and Rodrigo to embark on a risky journey in search of escape pods. Their path to survival is filled with obstacles. In the CPU room, they verify the pod's status and location, only to find their way blocked by a hallway choked with debris. They navigate the hazardous terrain with extreme caution, during which they encounter Paul, trapped and in need of rescue. After freeing Paul, who retrieved his cherished plush bunny, the trio squeezes through a cramped space. Finally, they arrive at the pod bay, where they meet Captain Lucian. He reveals a stark reality: the evacuation pods have already been deployed, and their options are diminishing. The story progresses with heightened tension as the crew of Kepler 822 battles against escalating dangers. Nora, showcasing her technical expertise, is busy unjamming a door using a computer, while Captain Lucian delegates the task of checking the submersibles to Paul and Rodrigo. When the door finally opens, Lucian leads Nora inside to quickly assess her for any injuries. After a brief checkup, he directs her towards the control room where new developments await. In the control room, Nora encounters biologist Emily and engineer Liam, who are not only colleagues, but also romantically involved. Shortly after, the rest of the crew, including Paul and Rodrigo, join them. It's here that Emily shares a critical piece of information. The station's accumulating energy could lead to a catastrophic meltdown at any moment. Lucian, ever the pragmatic leader, suggests a bold but risky plan. Their only viable option appears to be relocating to another facility, Roebuck 641. This daunting task would require the crew to wear pressurized suits and embark on a very dangerous 2-mile walk across the ocean floor, facing unknown dangers. The crew is understandably hesitant about the daunting proposition. Amplifying their fears, Liam plays a chilling audio recording from the drill site. The transmission, filled with disturbing noises and hints of an attack, echoes the mysterious sounds Nora had previously encountered. Adding to their woes, they discover an inexplicable 10-degree increase in the ocean's temperature, a phenomenon that defies normal expectations. With no alternative in sight and communication with the surface impossible, the crew reluctantly agrees to proceed to Roebuck 641. As they prepare, the tension is palpable. Emily is visibly nervous, having never undertaken a dive before, and the crew is acutely aware that no one has ever ventured outside for more than a few minutes, typically for minor repairs. As the team suits up and boards the elevator, Liam issues a stern warning. The exterior hatch has been severely damaged, and they should brace for the intense pressure that awaits them. However, disaster strikes unexpectedly. Cracks appear in Rodrigo's helmet, a harrowing sight that Nora quickly notices. Despite her attempts to warn Liam, it's too late. The water rushes in, and the compromised helmet implodes, tragically ending Rodrigo's life. In the face of this sudden loss, the crew has no time to process their grief. They must press on, stepping into a cargo lift, ready to face the unknown challenges that lie ahead in their desperate bid for survival. Their journey downwards is abruptly interrupted by a distress signal from an escape pod, sparking a glimmer of hope for finding survivors. Lucian dispatches Paul and Liam to the site. Outside, the environment is dauntingly dark and treacherous, with unstable platforms adding to the danger. Guided by Nora's instructions, Paul and Liam press on, undeterred even as the eerie noises that haunted them before echo around them. But their discovery is grim. The pod is shattered, trapped in an odd algae-like substance. A lifeless body nearby confirms that there are no survivors to rescue. Lucian orders a retreat, but Paul's attention is caught by a strange, fluid-like shape on the body, which suddenly springs to life and attacks him. Liam reacts swiftly, shooting the creature, and they hurriedly bring the specimen inside for examination. Emily, intrigued by this potentially new species, notes its unique features. The crew's attention is abruptly diverted as the elevator they're in loses power and halts. Outside, the same unsettling noises are heard, and a horrifying realization dawns on them. The creature that they captured is merely an infant. Paul immediately secures the door, knowing that there are larger threats looming outside. Despite Nora's efforts to restart the elevator, it remains immobile. Suddenly, an adult creature appears, and in a dramatic turn of events, Kepler explodes. The elevator falls uncontrollably, and the crew scrambles to wear their helmets. Miraculously, they escape just in time, only to face a new danger: debris from the explosion raining down around them. Lucian and Nora manage to save an injured Liam, and they find temporary refuge in an intermediate station. There, they discover Liam's oxygen scrubber is damaged. Noah resourcefully opens a control panel to summon a mover, which they use to traverse an access tunnel, all the while hearing the creatures pursuing them from outside. Their journey is stopped mid-tunnel by flooding, forcing them to continue on foot. They encounter more obstacles, but Nora finds a way forward, a tight passage under the debris. Lucian methodically attaches wires to each crew member for safety as they navigate through. All goes well until Paul, trailing behind, senses something threatening. The crew frantically pulls him through, only for a creature to snatch him just as he removes his helmet. Fleeing from the horror, the survivors reach a communications room. Lucian's attempts to seek help are unsuccessful. Liam, observing the ruins of the drill site, questions the catastrophic damage. Emily reflects on the consequences of their deep-sea drilling, believing they've awakened something that demands retribution. The group acknowledges the harsh truth: they should have never ventured so deep. As the window starts to crack, urgency mounts. Liam, hindered by his damaged suit, insists on being left behind, but the team refuses, united in their resolve to aid him across the ocean floor. Their journey is filled with danger as creatures appear, briefly evading them before capturing Liam and dragging him into a cave. Lucian, displaying remarkable courage, enters the cave and rescues Liam. However, their relief is short-lived as Lucian returns for the gun, only to be seized by the creature, dragging Nora along due to their connected wires. The movie reaches its climax in a series of harrowing and emotionally charged events. Nora, having just experienced the tragic loss of Captain Lucian, finds herself in a dire situation. She lands on a floating platform, only to witness Lucian tangled dangerously at its edge. As she contemplates aiding him, a terrifying creature approaches, menacingly positioning its mouth over her helmet. In a selfless act of bravery, Lucian attacks the creature, but this act leads to both of them being dragged deeper into the ocean's depth. Facing imminent death due to the crushing pressure, Lucian makes the ultimate sacrifice, detaching his suit from Nora's, allowing her to float to safety while he meets a gruesome fate. Regaining consciousness, Nora realizes that her suit is failing. A startling encounter with an octopus sends her fleeing into the abandoned shepherd station. There, she mourns the loss of her comrades and changes into dry clothes. Attempts to communicate with Emily prove unsuccessful, but she finds a map in Lucian's old locker, which reignites her determination to survive. Equipping herself with a new suit and a flare gun, Nora ventures back into the ocean depths, intent on reaching the Roebuck station. Navigating by the markers, Nora hears Emily's voice and rushes towards it, causing a frightened Emily to run, mistaking Nora for a creature. A moment of relief comes when Nora catches up and reassures Emily, proudly acknowledging her resilience and care for Liam. The two, along with an incapacitated Liam, move across the ocean floor, finding comfort in sharing personal stories. Nora opens up about her fiancé, Liam's best friend, who vanished on a solo dive, expressing her frustration at feeling helpless and admiring the bond between Emily and Liam. Their journey leads them to the luminescent Roebuck station, but inside, they discover a nest of monstrous creatures, seemingly dormant. In an attempt to sneak past, Emily's oxygen alarm inadvertently awakens one of the creatures, which seizes Nora. Acting quickly, Nora instructs Emily to flee with Liam. In a desperate struggle, Nora uses her flare gun to free herself from the creature's grasp. However, the situation escalates as more creatures stir, and suddenly, they're drawn away by a massive growling entity. Nora fires a flare into the darkness, revealing the looming presence of a massive monster. A moment of shock is swiftly followed by terror as the monster lands nearby, causing an explosion that renders Nora unconscious. Emily heroically rescues her, using a fire extinguisher to crack open Nora's helmet, allowing her to breathe. Together, they assist Liam out of his suit and navigate through the station, eventually arriving at the control room. In the pod bay, they face a critical dilemma. Only 2 of the 3 escape pods are operational. Nora, withholding this information, ensures Liam and Emily are secure in the pods. Emily, realizing Nora's deception, initially refuses to leave, but Nora, understanding the urgency, forces Emily into the pod, reassuring her before sending her off. Alone and determined, Nora confronts the creatures pursuing the pods. Recalling Emily's words about the station's energy, she devises a final, defiant plan. Nora activates the Roebuck's nuclear core overload, triggering a massive explosion that annihilates her, the massive monster, and its creatures, ensuring the safe escape of the pods. The movie concludes with news articles and reports declaring all information classified and forbidding communication with the survivors. Surveillance footage is lost, presumed destroyed in the disaster, and TN Industries, undeterred, plans to rebuild and continue their drilling operations, leaving a haunting implication of the unknown dangers that still lurk beneath the ocean's depths. This one was awesome. It had high-stakes situations, selfless characters, and cool monsters. What did you guys think about this movie, and who was your favorite character? Let me know in the comment section down below. Alright guys, make sure to click the like button on this video, and if you want to see more movie recaps, then click one of the videos that are on screen now. We've got more movie recaps in production, so make sure you stick around, and I'll see you in the next movie recap.